Hi everyone, it's Crystal. I'm on 9 Questions with me, Crystal Lee. The book that most influenced my life is Sapiens. It's written by an Israeli author named Noah Yuval Harari, and I read it a few years ago. It's really just about the history of humanity, as well as why we use money, why we have religion, why people behave the way they do, and it's just given me a really nice look at where we are on the grand scheme of evolution and how we're going to continue to change. I geek out over stuff like that, so I mean, what's more interesting than us? I recently came back from Las Vegas and I went to see Zed live at the Omnia, and it was amazing. I have his entire album True Colors on repeat right now, and it just brings back such fun memories of dancing with my girlfriends. The song that I have on repeat in my head is a song that he produced with Selena Gomez on the track. I think it's called I Want You to Know. I want you to know. Da, da, da. Do you know that song? Yeah, it's a good song. You should definitely see the Lord of the Rings trilogy if you haven't been living under a rock. It's so good. I think you can skip the first 2 Hobbit movies. The Lord of the Rings is great. I mean, there are dragons, there are small people called hobbits, there are elves, there are dwarves, there's this small little scary dude that eats raw fish that just follows you around. It's great. If I could go on an all-expense-paid vacation, I would probably go to all of the Hawaiian Islands. I would go to Hawaii and then I would find some cruise that takes me to all of the islands, including an island called Ni'ihau, which no one really knows about. It is a private island that you have to be invited to go see. It used to be a leper colony, if I'm not mistaken, but it's just kind of cool, and I'd probably bring my entire family. To the restaurant that Anthony Bourdain and Eric Ripert went to in the Sichuan province. It was really spicy. It was like a hot pot restaurant. They were eating and dabbing their brows, eating and blowing their noses because it was just so spicy. And that just, to me, is like comfort food. I love spicy food. I love Chinese food. And I'm Chinese, so it'd be like going back to the motherland. My favorite podcast now is the Stuff You Should Know podcast, and I discovered it on my Spotify playlist, and interestingly enough, I listen to it while I'm in the shower. I love the show called Black Sails on Starz. It's about pirates, and there's everything that you would think involves pirates, like, you know, buried treasure, making people walk the plank, really amazing, you know, female heroines who kind of keep the economy going when all of the men are fighting each other. It's awesome. It makes me want to be a pirate. And it's also it's like the story before Treasure Island. So you find out how Long John Silver loses his leg, and you find out why his parrot is named Captain Flint, because Captain Flint is a protagonist in Black Sails. So it's really interesting if you're into all that. When I was in middle school, I was struck by Sims mania. My father had downloaded the game, and I was playing it when I was in 7th or 8th grade. I learned all the cheat codes, and at the time, you couldn't cheat your way to a million simoleons without holding down enter, and you have to hold down enter for 6 minutes. And so I had this contraption where I could put a chopstick. I was actually at the end of a high heel stiletto, and I put the stiletto down on enter. I enter the cheat code, put the stiletto on enter, put like a rock in the shoe so that enter would be held. I'd go upstairs, have dinner, come back down, and my families would have a million simoleons for me to spend on all sorts of cool items for their home. And so I was just hooked. I loved feeling like I could create this world for my Sims, and I could name them, I can give them career aspirations, I can make them get married. It was fun. And I played it through Sims 2, Sims 3, and I still play Sims 4. I would really love for Beyonce to take this interview because I want to know what she's watching, what book you're reading. Give me some of that. So Beyonce, if you're listening, you should definitely consider answering these questions.